Hey everyone, it's Pam. I've got some urgent safety updates for you today regarding two very different but serious recalls that might be sitting in your kitchen right now. But before we dive into the details, I want to be very, very clear. My goal here is never to fear-monger. I am not a news reporter. I am a concerned consumer and a neighbor who wants to make sure your family stays safe. Information is powerful, and knowing what to look for is how we protect ourselves. So if you find this helpful, please take a second to hit that subscribe button. And please share this video with everyone you know. These recalls are very specific to certain areas, so sharing could literally save a neighbor's life today. Okay, so first up, we have a high-risk Class 1 recall. This is as serious as it gets. Marvel Food and Deli is recalling their country-style Adjika, I think I said that right. Now, if you aren't familiar with Adjika, it's a delicious spicy tomato-based salsa, but the FDA found a major problem with how this specific one was canned. They used an unapproved canning process, and that's a massive red flag because it creates the perfect environment for botulism. Now, don't panic, but listen closely. Because botulism is a rare but potentially fatal form of food poisoning. The toxin attacks the body's nerves. And the scary part is you can't see it, you can't smell it or taste it. Now, here are the specifics. The product is Marvel Food and Deli Country-Styled Adjika, size 32-ounce glass jars. The SKU number 721-762-32104. Now, the production dates include anything produced between January 2024 and March 2026. And because this has such a long shelf life, you really need to check your pantry, even if you bought it months ago. This was sold at Marvel Food and Deli locations in Auburn and Tacoma, Washington. Now, to be safe, if you have this jar, do not open it. Do not sniff it. The CDC recommends you double bag the jar in plastic, tape it shut, and put it in a trash can outside where pets or other people cannot get to it. Now, if you've already eaten it, please watch out for these specific symptoms like blurred vision, drooping eyelids, or trouble swallowing. If that happens, go to the ER immediately. Do not wait. Now, since we're talking about botulism, I want to take a moment for a quick safety deep dive, okay? A lot of people ask me, Pam, if I can't see it or smell it, how do I know if a jar is bad? USDA and CDC actually have a signs of trouble checklist for any canned goods, not just this salsa. The lid test. If the lid is bulging or swollen, or if it pops easy when you press the center before you even opened it, that's a bad sign. The spurt factor. If you open a jar and liquid or foam spurts out, that means there was pressure and gas building up inside from bacteria. Now, the cloudiness test. If the liquid inside looks milky or cloudy and it's not supposed to be, don't risk it. And a quick tip for my home canners. Remember that tomatoes are considered low acid for safety purposes. Now, if you aren't using a pressure canner for your salsas, you might be creating the same risk that led to the Marvel recall. If you're ever in doubt, follow the golden rule of this channel. When in doubt, throw it out, okay? It is never worth the risks to your family just to save a few dollars on a jar of salsa. Now let's move on from the pantry to the freezer for something a bit, cringeworthy, I'll say, okay? Aldi is recalling their Simply Nature spinach bites. This is a favorite for a lot of us because it's a quick, healthy snack. But there has been a hairy situation, okay? The FDA has classified this as a Class 2 recall because of potential hair contamination. I know it's not what anyone wants to hear when they are packing a lunch. Here is what you need to look for on the box that may be in your freezer. Again, the product is simply Nature Spinach Bites, the frozen kind, size 12-ounce box, the UPC Code 409-910-024-7992, and the lot number is G25CF-02B. Now, this recall is very specific to certain states. Currently, the distribution list is focused on Maryland and Pennsylvania, and about 7,900 units are affected. If you are in those states, or if you live near the border and shop at Aldi, go check those numbers. And even if you aren't in Maryland or Pennsylvania, I always say it's better safe than sorry. Check your lot numbers regardless, okay? Because you can take the box back to any Aldi for a refund. Now, for my friends in Maryland and Pennsylvania who might have already eaten these spinach bites, don't panic. Don't panic. The FDA classifies this as a Class 2, which means the health risk is actually lower than the salsa. But rodent contamination can sometimes carry bacteria like salmonella. So if you've eaten them and start feeling maybe flu-like symptoms, fever, stomach cramps, or a headache within the next few days, just keep an eye out on it and maybe mention it to your doctor. Again, we aren't fear-mongering here. We're just being proactive, okay? And one more thing for my Aldi shoppers. Because these were frozen, they just might have touched other things in your freezer, okay? And if they have, if you find a recalled bag, it's a really good idea to wipe down the inside of your freezer, okay, with some warm soapy water once you get that bag out of there, okay, just to keep everything clean and cross-contamination free. Now, I know this is a lot of data, the lot numbers, the SKUs, the specific locations, and I'll have everything in the description, but this is how we stay proactive. We are not here to be scared. We're here to be prepared. And if you have any questions about these, drop them in the comments and I will do my best to find answers for you. And to my Curator members out there, please remember, check the community tab. I've posted the direct links to the FDA notices there for you. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and join our community. I try to track these things every single day so you don't have to. And please share this with your friends, especially those in Washington, Maryland, and Pennsylvania specifically, okay? You're watching Curated Conversation. I'm Pam. Stay safe, be a good neighbor, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.